this is the most overpowered way to trade order blocks if you understand it, right? So 60 seconds of pure value. So when price does give us a 5-minute fair value gap or a 5-minute order block, what you're now looking for is you want to see how the market reacts on the 1-minute time frame. So this is the price action which a lot of people misunderstand, right? So we're going to be breaking down exactly what happens inside of this area. And the way we do that is by understanding what happens behind each of these candles. So we're going to break this down in terms of what we see. So notice how we have a lot of aggressive sellers initially coming into the area, and then these aggressive sellers switch to aggressive buyers, right? So we see lots of buyers trying to break above, and we see lots of sellers trying to break below. So now from here, we're coming into the 1-minute time frame, and we're looking at the interaction, the tug of war between the buyers and the sellers, right? Notice how we have a very, very large seller drive in here, and we have a very, 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 very large seller coming over here. In fact, we have 446 for only 107. So we see a significantly more number of buyers and sellers. In fact, we had so many sellers over here. So when you go back to the regular candlestick chart, let's just play things back a little bit, right? What we're seeing here is we're seeing so many aggressive buyers step in over here, right? So we're seeing a lot of aggressive buyers here, and we saw a lot of aggressive sellers here. So let me test your basic common sense in trading, right? When you come into a fair value gap, when you come into a level, when you see sellers over here, right? These sellers want to drive price lower. But of course they fail, right? The buyers are passive over here, and it's the passive buyers that you are looking for, right? These are the buyers you see. So we see a very, very clear shift between the sellers, and then we see the buyers over here. In fact, we see sellers in a green candle. Sellers in a green candle are exactly what you want to see, right? So now from here, we can easily place our long position up here with a stop loss all the way down here, right? That's not a big stop loss because I'm going to show you where to target, right? You want to be targeting essentially the fair value gap on the 15-minute time frame. So you're targeting a local fair value gap using the basics of order flow, right? So if you struggle with this, just understand you're losing trades because you're not understanding the order flow inside of every candle.